Hey there, welcome to the Movement Clinic. My name is Emily and today we are focusing on upper back mobility or thoracic mobility. So for this class, you might want to have a block or maybe a little pillow to get started with, and then we won't need it. So let's go ahead and get started lying on our backs with our head on this cute little pillow. You can have knees bent, feet planted. Just bring your arms out to your sides for just a moment. Shoulder blades are going to come underneath you, down the back. You might let the knees or thighs rest in on one another and become aware. Become aware of the part where the curve of your neck meets the top of the shoulders. Sort of the upper back, and then where the curve of the upper back starts to interplay with the shoulder blades and with the mat underneath you. Maybe notice the connection with breath as the ribs are connected to the thoracic spine that house our lungs and our heart. This whole cardiothoracic complex that the ribs need to protect, and therefore our thoracic spine and upper back is a little less mobile because it has the ribs there. How can we protect the mobility that it has so that we can enjoy all of these weird and wonderful ways we're meant to move? So with that in mind, keep your head on your little pillow, but roll on to your right side. Hopefully this makes it a little easier to lay on your right shoulder. Knees are going to be in line with your hips, sort of this lying like Cleopatra. Right arm in whatever position it feels best. Now, gaze at your knees and make sure that they stay stacked. Sometimes it can be helpful to place another block in between your knees, but we don't always have two. So make sure, keep your gaze at your knees for now. Place your hand on the back of your head and keep your forearm close to your face when we're in this position. As we inhale, we're going to open the forearm out, lift the gaze, roll onto the back of our head, and open out. Now with the armpit. Now gaze back at your knees and make sure that they're still stacked. So we're not taking our hips with us, we're isolating this in the upper back. Exhale, close it in, roll back to the right. Inhale, open out. Keep those knees together, don't let the hips move with you. Exhale, close it in. Two more times, inhale, open out. Exhale, shh, bring it back in. Inhale, open out, and pause. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. Glancing at those knees, making sure they're still stacked. And come on back through center and roll on to your left side. I'm simply going to switch so that I'm still facing you and you don't have to stare at my butt. You're welcome. So, as you're on your left side, gaze at those knees, make sure that they're out in front of your hips and that they're staying stacked on top of one another. Comfortably lying on the left shoulder, right hand behind your head, forearm close to face. Inhale, open out. Gaze at those knees. Oop, my right knee slid back because I was trying to take my pelvis with me and make the twist bigger. Exhale, close it in. Inhale, open out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, open out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, open out, and hold. Gaze at that right knee, make sure it's still stacking over the left. And slowly roll back to the left. Come up to hands and knees, all fours. Move your block off to the side or your pillow. Now, with toes tucked under, sink hips back towards heels so that your belly is resting and ribs are resting on the thighs, but you're in sort of like this lifted puppy dog pose, child's pose, angry baby, I don't know, whatever we might call it here. Now cat-cow from here, so the low back is isolated and we're really just focusing on the upper back. We can move the neck a little bit too, that's fine. So inhale, stretch your heart forward. Exhale, round the upper back. Inhale, stretch the heart forward. Exhale, round. Again, this cat-cow just in the upper back. Inhale, send the heart forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, stretch the heart forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, stretch heart forward. Exhale, round. Good. Now pause with a neutral spine, ears lengthened out of shoulders. And we're going to do those little twisting motions like we did lying on our side, but this time it's a little bit more difficult, right? So we're still isolating the low belly and the pelvis here, not allowing them to move. Take your right hand, place it on the back of your head. This time just keep your forearm close to your face. We're not opening the forearm out at all. So imagine that the flashlight, a flashlight is connected to your belly button, it's shining straight down, and a flashlight connected to your chest is shining straight out. The belly button stays pointing in the same direction. We're only turning the flashlight of our chest to shine side to side in these twists. So right hand behind your head, take an inhale, lengthen out through the back of the head, through the crown of the head. Exhale, shine your sternum flashlight to the right. Don't move the belly. Inhale back through center. Notice how small these movements are. Exhale, turn to the right. Keep the arm close to the face. Keep the belly button pointing straight down. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the right. Last one, inhale back through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back through center. Release right hand down. Press down and away. Length through the spine. Left hand on the back of the head. Same thing, second side. Inhale to find length. Exhale, keep the belly in. Twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Notice if you're trying to make these motions bigger because your ego wants them to be, but you're cheating yourself out of really focusing on your upper back. So pause, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, keep belly button flashlight facing down. Chest flashlight turns. Inhale, unwind, release. Shift forward, hands and knees, tabletop. All right, so now we are not stabilizing the pelvis and the low back by planting them on the thighs. Now we're gonna have to use these low belly muscles and mental restraint to not cheat ourselves out of this. So let's do a couple of cat-cows here. Low belly stays zipped up, waist stays narrow. Inhale, chest open. Exhale, chest rounding, cat-cows. Inhale, chest open and spreads. Exhale, round cat pose. 2 more times, inhale, cow. I'm making these small and really focusing on my upper back. Exhale, round. If it feels good to you to make them big, go for it. Last one, inhale. And exhale, cat pose. All right, now focusing on the upper back. Again, come to that neutral spine. Lengthen ears out of shoulder, sides of the neck long. Lift your throat into the back of your neck. Keep that. Stretch your low back gently towards the back of your mat. Low belly zips up. Absorb the low ribs. Now keep all of that. Right hand on the back of your head. Forearm close to your face. Inhale, lengthen. Keep all of this stable. Keep the flashlight attached to your belly button pointing straight down to the mat. Exhale, twist. Just turn your chest to the right. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale to the right, twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. Pause. Release your right hand down. Re-lengthen the neck. Draw the belly back in. Restabilize your pelvis. Stretching the low back towards the back of mat. Sit bones gently reach towards the backs of the knees. Left hand on the back of the head. Forearm close to face. Inhale to find your last bit of length. Exhale. Just the sternum flashlight turns. Belly button still pointing down. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center. This is so much harder than it looks, right? Exhale, twist. I think mostly the restraint part. Inhale back through center. Release your left hand down. Melting heart pose. Hips stay stacked over knees. Walk your hands forward. Press forward and down through your palms as you soften your chest down to the mat. Now, if the forehead comes down and you feel like you have further to go here, simply lift your gaze if it feels okay on your neck and soften your chin onto the mat. Press forward and down through the hands. Draw the low belly up and in, absorb the low ribs. And press down into the hands. Inhale, shift forward, walk the hands back. All right, sit back on your heels. Take a moment and allow the shoulders to soften away from your ears. And just notice how the upper back feels. Notice if there's some awareness, a sense of freedom. Just notice what changes have taken place as you start to build mobility there, okay? So that's all for today's mobility practice. Let me know what you think in the comments. And of course, if you have any requests, I'm here for it. And I look forward to seeing you next time at the Movement Clinic.